looks like a JoJo character. Have you ever seen a child with a face like this? So we're playing Pathologic. I don't really know much about this game except that it's kind of a horror game that's considered to be a classic. Yeah, so let's just jump in. Strange start of a game. Am I watching a play?
Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided.
This is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquished foe. Okay, I guess I'll go with you.
Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. He gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
There's definitely some Silent Hill / Resident Evil era vibes here. Dr. Whirl is here. What are you wearing? I'm thrown into the deep. I know nearly nothing. There was a door here. Oh, hello.
I had a feeling you would come.
Did the sounds from the outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan and then something snapped loudly. No, I heard nothing. I think there are strangers in the backyard, by the pond. Crime is basically non-existent. We're a tight community, and now I hear unfamiliar speech. That's not a good sound. I'll go out and take a look, but I'm in a hurry. I must see this founding father of yours. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? He is. He has always been. He always will be. Even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Simon is a sorcerer? Did I hear you right? Is that the secret to his longevity? You are so anxious to see Simon, as though your life depended on it. My life? Yes. Now that my laboratory is on the brink of destruction, my whole life pursuit depends on that remarkable man. If he has really managed to live that long, then his tissues will help me defeat death. Death. I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. I don't understand. I can barely understand it myself. Could death only seem inevitable to us, but in reality be nothing more than a whim of the will that had shaped this world? That is the question. So where is the key to my victory? It's not far, but could I please offer you a piece of advice? Go on. Simon has 2 younger brothers. Georgie is called the judge by the locals. Visit him first. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of the 3 is Victor. His daughter, Maria, also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright, thank you for the advice. Do come back after you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. Okay, I'll come back. Let's go out. God damn it, there's so much reading already. Ah, nice statues. What? Oh, I can talk to him? Weird. This is where I am? She was saying to go to one of the brothers first. That looks like a mansion. Whoa. Here it is. I don't know why the interiors give me Skyrim vibes. Hey, you.
Tell me what you want, and I will tell you who you are.
Oh, really? It is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minutiae of your business with us, since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you were experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator, the keeper and embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered. I can't believe it. It cannot be. I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. But Simon could not have died a natural death, so murder is the only feasible explanation. I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. My brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position here depended. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn? But why? To help you. Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game with fate itself. He went out of his way to provide you with a body of evidence. If that is indeed so, I feel obliged. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. I will help you in every way I can. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. How do you plan to look for the murderer? The only thing I expect from you is to be yourself. Do only what you think is required. Whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turns into, everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. Very wordy game so far.
If we conquer our passions, it is more from their weakness than from our strength.
The famous Dr. Dankovsky, your arrival is a great honor for us. Victor Kane at your service. I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. Please take it easy on us. Don't judge us too strictly. I'll do my best not to disappoint you.
I fear that Simon's death is a symbolic event.
Georgie has told me everything. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. When was Simon last seen? He sent Isidore home. Then, an hour later, he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the focus. He told us not to approach the focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then, in the morning, he was found dead. How was he found? The servants discovered him in the morning. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine was broken, I think. No one has touched the body. It is currently inside the focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. Do you suspect anyone? No. All I know is that Isidore was with him that evening. No one can enter the focus against Simon's will. Well, perhaps a higher being could, but no one else. And how did Simon himself get in there? He could perform far more impressive feats. There's a reason why the whole town reveres him. I mean, revered him. Tell me honestly, dear Victor, did Simon exist at all? Bravo, Doctor! There is indeed a spark of genius to you. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what's left everyone in disarray. It was so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. You are all his heirs. Wouldn't you benefit from his death? His death is a challenge to our continued existence. We are neither insane nor suicidal. Who do you suspect? Look for the murderer, Doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I'm sure your rational thinking will help you. Alright, who among the townfolk can help me with this? My daughter will advise you better there. Her name is Maria. For several days she has been obsessed with some design that is somehow related to your arrival. Yes, don't be surprised. She knew beforehand that you were coming. Anyway, Maria believes that several bound people will play a special role in your fate. Perhaps it is them you should ask for help first. First I'll seek help from my dear colleague, Isidore Barak. Where does he live? I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them being a person. I fear it could only be fate, wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. I guess I will be careful? We go to that house now. Good. God, I already feel like I can trust no one in this town. Now let's see where we are. Wow, this is a big ass town actually. This is where I need to go. Well, all the way there? Let's see if I can find a bridge. It looks like a JoJo character. Have you ever seen a child with a face like this? Maybe that wasn't a child. Maybe it's just a really short woman. Oh, it rains so hard. So much rain. There's people guarding the place. What the hell? Why is there a kid here? A foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access allowed. Who was killed? Isidore Barak. A great surgeon, a benefactor to us all, and an all-around skilled doc. An outstanding man, beloved and well respected by us locals. I knew him. I'm a doctor too. Whoever killed our only duck must surely be looking to get us all killed. Isidore could cure anything. Whoever killed Simon took Isidore's life too. And this is merely the beginning. What makes you think the two cases are connected? Who would have the heart to attack such men? If you had asked me yesterday, I would have told you no one would dare inflict such an ugly wound on this town. If you ask me, that thing was no man. Explain yourself. This murderous deal is all mysterious. There was a talon stuck in the victim's chest. There was dust on the floor, and the dust was all covered in hoof steps and like traces of a sharp bone, I guess? As if someone was using a walking stick around here. I'm telling you, it's her. The Shepna Kedir, the clay man-eater. Alright, enough of this. Is there a person of simpler mind assigned to work with the case? We've been assigned to his post by Alexander, the head of the Saburov family. For it is they that's been responsible for maintaining worldly order and public safety in the town since olden days. Please kindly address your concern to him. If you just take that road up there and get to the Cape. As for me, I'm not authorized to let you in. So, he told me to go somewhere. Is this the rod? The game is just sending me everywhere. Is this the place? Hello?
This Haruspex is trying to prove his innocence.
It looks like
No,
Dracula. So I finally get to see you. Yes, you really do look like a messenger of sorrowful times. In any case, welcome to the Rod. Do you think we're on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events have clouded our existence since last summer. Astrologists expect nothing ill. Do you hold astrologists' opinions in high regard? Sometimes I have to. Are you an astrologist? I am a ruler. I have to act according to factual circumstances. Would you agree? Definitely. I was actually invited by Isidore, so I came to meet with him first and foremost. But now it turns out that he's been murdered, yes. The same one that took Simon's life too. At least, that's the conclusion suggested by the information at my disposal. Same pattern, same signature. So who did it? You wouldn't believe it! His own son, a wandering scholar turned evil to the bone. The fellow came back after being away for quite a while. Wait, how did you figure that out? It's hard to explain that to an outsider like you. Do you believe in such a thing as clairvoyance, bachelor? No. Well, you should get to know my wife then, or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters first and foremost, rationalists. She's got something to say to you, too, by the way. So your wife called out Isidore's son specifically? Not specifically, no, but it all adds up. Isidore's son arrived here last night. The timing speaks against him. It even matches the time it takes to get from the Crucible to Isidore's house. That's not enough. I'll have to take the investigation into my own hands. Is there anyone who can be of help to me, apart from your wife? Everyone is more or less superstitious here, except for one Yulia Leorichev. Perhaps a most level-headed and reasonable person. The only person to remain skeptical about Katharina's talents too. Without a shadow of a doubt, she has her own picture of events. She always does. Exactly the person I need. And she lives here. You've been of great help to me, man. I have a feeling this game will just send me from one person to another constantly. This must be her.
This girl is a changeling. She's not the murderer.
Before I had no trouble forming a trustworthy tessellation out of the most imperceptible contingencies. Now I simply cannot get my head around it.
My chest seems to be filled with cotton wool.
Okay. So you have traveled all the way here only to find that both people you wanted to see were brutally murdered? I wanted to ask for your help. Saburov told me that you have a gift for all manner of investigative inquiry. I am certainly no better investigator than you. I never had a chance to search for a murderer before. Shabnak Adir is the simple man's scarecrow. I would have followed a different narrative. What kind of narrative? Consider the circumstances of his death. They said Simon had locked himself up in the evening and consequently died in the morning inside the mansion in a chamber with some peculiar name. In this case, I would suggest that Simon was poisoned by the Canes. I would have thought, but I know their family all too well. Their mutual loyalty is only rifled by their arrogance towards anyone who is not one of them. They believe that a single dishonorable act will tarnish their name for generations to come. I doubt any of them would have stooped to this, no matter whether they wanted to or not. Poisoned? How did you arrive at this conclusion? I don't believe you understand what "he died in focus" really implies. You don't seem to grasp the semantics of the term. Well, what is this focus then? No one but the owner of a focus may get inside. This can only mean that Simon had brought the killer with him, or rather, within him, since no physical object may be brought into focus either. How do you know that? Who doesn't? The Canes are notoriously passionate about all manner of synthetic anomalies. They will never pass up the opportunity to devise a Kunststück that would allow them to warp space, challenge physics, or manipulate optics. It is entirely impossible for someone to get inside. A curious conclusion, but an incorrect one. Simon was disfigured and bleeding. His bones were broken. This does introduce a different perspective. The sun had not yet set when Isidore returned from the steppe. However, he came to Simon well after midnight. Where did he spend his missing few hours? That is why I'm trying to trace Isidore's steps. I want to walk the same route. Was Isidore seen with Saburov by any chance? He was. He warned Saburov of an upcoming storm. Alright, let me suggest then that while he was in the steppe, he saw or learned something that he wanted to report to all three ruling families. So do make sure to pay a visit to the lump. That's the name of the old Gimsky mansion. Thank you, Julia. What would I do without you? It looks like a penis! The lump. It's even called the lump. Great. Wait, hold on. She has a diary? I can't read that. No, I wouldn't snoop around your bedroom or anything. So, big surprise. She sends me to yet another person. This is great. This is going great so far. This is the entire game in a nutshell, I bet. Man, I wish there was more I could do. What is this building? You know what? I'm just gonna look around here. Can I commit suicide? Whee! That's how I feel about this game. Whoa. That's amazing. But yeah, that was Pathologic for you. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Tell me what your favorite moment was of this whole month. And also there's a bell you can click that will give you a notification whenever I upload a new video. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.